UBL News, your ultimate source for everything about the game that packs a punch. Undisputed. In this action-packed podcast, we'll dive into the electrifying world of the Undisputed Boxing League, bringing you the latest updates, thrilling highlights, and exclusive live interviews with the champions themselves. Get ready to step into the ring of excitement and stay ahead of the game with UBL News. What's up, UBL fans and members? We back with another hot, and I do mean hot, episode. We got Burger Man and Mr. J about to come and do their thing today. You know, this Bitter Feud event has been off the charts. I mean, it's been bananas. I mean, you don't need no gasoline for this fire that's already brewing. It's hotter than a volcano, let me tell you. I'm quite sure it's going to be hot tonight. As we pick off where we left off from, Gant shut the Burger team down last episode. I mean, he shut them down. Let's see if, since, you know, Burger Man is the captain of his team, can he bring his team back to life and get the fans interested on seeing them be explosive on fight night? Or will Mr. J take it all the way home and win the series? We shall see. This is going to be electrifying. You don't want to miss out on this one as we get ready for this epic interview. All right, let me call him up. Alrighty. Burger on the line first. All right, what's up, Burger? Uh-oh. Maybe having some audio difficulties. I wonder, is that the software or no? Golden was having an issue with that last go around. Let's see if we can add Vlad while the Burger is trying to work out his sound issues. Oh, he hung up. All right, hold on. Let me ring him back.
Yo,
Can
you hear me?
Yes, sir. Yes, mic
right.
check 1 2 1 2. You are in the building. Welcome.
All right. Hi, how you doing?
I'm good, and you?
A little tired, but I'm here, you know.
Okay. Well, I hope you show up and show out tonight, even though that you're a little tired. I know work was just as overwhelming for me today, probably as it was for you. So, but we're gonna get these wheels a turning. Let me get Mr. J on the line. Hold on.
The Burger.
All right, we calling him up. Calling up Mr. J. Shout out to the Undisputed Boxing League. I see you guys sitting ringside. Kenny being funny as ever. Hey, Mr. J, how you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good. Welcome to the show. We got Burger Man here on the line. I guess we get ready for this showdown interview between you two, so to speak. First off, just appreciate you guys being active, and you know, it's an honor to have you on the show just like we did before. I know both of you guys had a solo interview, and you know, things has been exciting. So thank you. Great performance between the both of you two.
Appreciate it.
Good looking, my G. Good looking.
Oh yeah. So as we get into it, this question is going to be for the both of you gentlemen. I guess you guys can decide who wants to go first. But the rivalry between you two seems to be intense. Can you share some insight into some source of this heat between each of you?
Go ahead,
You,
Burger. Go ahead, Burger. Go ahead, spit.
all right. So I really don't have any, you know, issue with him and his group. It's just how it started is he won a fight. Um, it was a really good fight versus a very good opponent, and he started us automatically assigning the next card from guys from his group, and I thought that was a little bit weird. Like, it was getting a little carried away. He had just won a good fight. I had won a good fight on the same card, so to me he was trying to make a fight happen between me and Sawdust. And I mean, nothing against Sawdust, but I've been fighting for a while, so he had maybe a couple fights, so I didn't understand what he was trying to do. So I kind of like proposed, him and I fight because we won on the card on the live event. So that was the only fight that made sense. If a fight between me and someone else from his camp was gonna happen, that was the only fight that made sense to me. So that's how I feel like it happened.
Okay. Burger Man?
I just feel like you tight because I beat your man JD twice. You went to the lab training for a month, and that was tight. The results was terrible. You understand? And now you want to say, you know what? I want to prove my point, and this is why we're here. That's how I feel. But he can say whatever. You know what I mean? Go ahead.
I mean, he didn't have a camp,
That's
so at
bullshit.
at the end of the day,
That is bullshit. That is a
I
lie.
mean,
You're a
like a
lying
camp in the
brother man.
sense of, like, I wasn't able to, like, he asked me for some tips. I gave him some tips, but like we weren't sparring and I wasn't giving him advice or anything like that while sparring in like a real camp. Like, he would just ask me, well, what should I do in this situation, and literally texting it through like a Facebook Messenger, you know. This, I mean, the camp he had now for an actual real fight, Sawdust backed out. So, I mean, it is what it is. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel.
I mean,
But
hold on. If you don't mind me intervening here, he went on record. Uh, I even clarified it during his interview. He went on record to say that you, and I believe at the time Tyrone, was his head coaches,
no,
training him
no,
for
no,
that
no.
event.
What
That's what
happened
I
was
specifically asked him on the interview, and he agreed.
you used the word head coached. Oh, I remember that interview. You used the word head coach, and he just agreed with it. But I only gave him a few tips. I mean, I'm not even sure if he even sparred Tyrone. He might have not, but he just went with it. I know for a fact that as far as camp goes, this is his first real camp. Like, we got on the phone, we sparred, we worked on some things for his next coming fight, and that fight just didn't happen. But I mean, I can tell you from my point of view, there was no sparring, and any information that was traded between me and JD was all text. Like, he wasn't able to work
Love
on it, really
letters.
anything.
Love letters, right? Love letters, right? Go ahead, keep going.
Yeah, love letters. Well, we can go with that.
That's cap, bro. That is, I smell cap from a mile away. I'm over there, dick riding this nigga, and then the nigga flop on national television. And now you here.
That's funny. I mean,
Now you here.
no, that's
Right?
funny. But
Right?
that's how you
You are
feel. That's how you feel.
fucking, I get it. Go.
No, I'm done. I said what I had to say.
Okay,
All right, bro.
okay,
All
all
right,
right.
bro.
Well, Burger, your opponent have accused you of body spamming. What's your take on this strategy, and how do you plan to use it against Mr. J?
You know it's coming, baby. Bam, bam. He take the heat. And he's going to be like, too many body punches. It's not spam, baby. I'm not spamming. It's not spamming. You see me fight live. You see me fight more than once or twice or just 3 times, man. I spent 4 times with me live, right? What do you see? You watching the fight. You calling it. What do you see?
Are you asking me or him?
Yeah, I'm asking you.
I mean, when I see the fight and I'm calling the fight, I don't see any spamming. I mean, the bright lights, I mean, it's not just me watching you. You have, America, you have the Philippines, you have, Russia,
Well,
China. You have
let me
everyone
ask.
watching.
Let me throw a question in there. What fight are we talking about exactly? What fight? What fight are we talking about?
I mean, I don't
In
know. I
general,
thought you were calling him a body spammer in general. Were you not?
If we're talking about the JD fight, I didn't see anybody spamming in that fight. I
I'm talking
saw.
about in general. Period.
Oh no,
Period.
because you asked him about a fight that he was commentating on. That's why I
He
said, what
seen
fight are we talking about?
but
Because if
I
he was
mean, I bet
commentating
you,
on
man.
it,
Listen. I bet you, man. Dan, he was the first victim. Dan, I got rid of him. I KO'd him. Bang. He called that live. He saw that. We saw that live. You know what I'm saying?
well, I don't. I mean, honestly, I don't remember that fight. But
It's on tape.
the
It's on
fight
tape. It's on tape. Townsend's called
that
it.
was in the fight that was in with that new guy that came in. Yeah, I saw body spamming on that, and I'm not gonna say body spamming and like it was really body uppercut exploits I saw on that. And then you fought someone else the other day. Oh yeah, you fought Golden, right? So I mean, he's part of your camp, and he's accusing you of uppercut spamming.
He's not
Well,
Camp.
I mean, he's not Camp Burger anymore, probably because you uppercut the shit out of his body, so he showed him the way out. But if you're uppercutting body, most of the time, that's an exploit, bro. I mean,
That's
it is
not
what
what
it
I'm
is.
doing though. That's not what
I
I'm
mean, I
doing.
didn't see the
That's not,
fight. This is
Okay,
what
so
okay,
your
okay. So
this is what
ex-camp
I'm
member
saying.
it
accused you
sound
of.
like I'm hearing two different things. So let's clarify this real quick. What is the difference between a spam and an exploit? Can you elaborate, please?
Go ahead, Vlad. You see what you saying. Say what you want to say. Go ahead.
All right. To me, spam is something you do repeatedly, right? So if I'm playing, it doesn't matter the game I'm playing. If I'm playing a fighting game and I'm spamming a punch, I keep spamming the punch. You're doing that same punch repeatedly. And in this game, you can actually, it's not necessarily a bad thing to spam a punch. If a guy keeps, coming to me, uh, walking in a straight line and I keep spamming the jab, yeah, you're supposed to get hit by that jab because you're walking straight to me in a straight line and you're not timing your block on time. So, you know, I'm supposed to hit you with that jab. And vice versa. I should know better to not walk in a straight line to a guy who has a decent jab. In this particular game though, an exploit is something totally different. If it's something that's in the game that developers unintendedly had an unintended result. So in the same sense, like the body uppercut the body uppercut exploit, if you keep throwing a shot, it's a broken shot. It's hard to block. It saps away your stamina, and it saps away your health. And the developers are well aware of it. They've been trying to fix it since the game came out. They just are having a hard time fixing it. They've put out a bunch of patches and they still can't get it. But if you go on their website and in their Discord, they're always working on to fix that issue. That's why when you go online and you the top undisputed guys, you run into them. What's the only shot they're throwing?
You know what you sound
Uppercut to
like?
the body,
You know
uppercut to the body,
you sound,
uppercut to the body. There's
you
plenty of videos
sound,
about it. I mean, it doesn't have to come from me.
you sound like wow. It
Yeah,
hurt.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to say. That's your favorite shot.
Listen, bro.
I mean,
Just know it's coming, bro. That's it.
Yeah, I mean, it's pretty obvious. That's what
so
you're gonna do. Everybody already knows you're gonna do that.
so as a fighter, right? It's all kind of dimensions and angles to the sport of boxing. Why not use those to your advantage if you know what you're facing? And I mean, it sound like you got a mop and some Murphy oil soap. Not to choose sides. I'm not trying to be biased or anything, but it just sounds like you got a little baby in the background and it needs his bottle. I mean, why not? You're a versatile fighter. You're ranked number 3, so now why not use your attributes to get around the exploit or the spam body punching?
Yes.
Well, you're asking me that question, right? Because
Yes.
all right. So in in the actual sport itself, it's very easy to counter shot a guy that's doing the same shot. Let's use the word spam because now we're gonna repeat the same shot over and over. Let's use the word spam for this one. If I'm a top tier fighter and I'm fighting another top tier fighter, and this top tier fighter decides to throw a body uppercut to my body for most of the fight, well, in real life, I'm just gonna time him and hit him with a good shot. And if he's a top fighter, he's probably not gonna continue to make that mistake again. Now, the reason it's an issue where top guys don't really use that shot, like top guys who consider themselves good fighters in game, is because this particular game, it doesn't give you that option. I can sit there and time all I want. At some point, I'm gonna reach round 4 if the guy's doing the same shot over and over, and it's basically really it's a roll of dice on when it actually blocks when you do the proper block. By round 4, your stamina's halfway. So yeah, I know exactly what I'm supposed to do in game to stop it. But when it's a broken system, you can't really beat a broken system. At the end of the day, it's still a game.
Okay. Okay. Fair assessment. Fair assessment. All
Can
right.
I get my that?
Yeah, go ahead, Burger.
If I'm hitting you to the body and I know it's part of the game, you may not agree it's not. You have to take. I believe it's part of the game.
Well, that's fine that you believe that, but the people who actually made the game say it's broken. So that's the confirmation right there that I know it's broken.
No. Since the game came out, the body was a problem in the beginning. I would say that
Correct.
in the
Correct.
beginning, not
Correct.
now, not now. We're at like a 10th update, not now.
I just told you they just said that they haven't been able to fix it.
I'm not believing because you say, my nigga.
Say it again.
I'm not believing because you say.
You don't have to believe me. It's on the Discord. I don't talk out of my ass. I
Just
say what I read up on that shit, and that's what happened.
I'm coming with that.
I know. I've seen the videos. A lot of people have been DMing me that's exactly what you plan on doing. So I'm aware of that.
So no excuses after this, right?
I mean, I typically don't make excuses. If that's how you feel that you need to do to win, then do what you got to do. I mean, that says a lot right there.
I mean,
You already know what time it is if when you and I get in there, and that's what you feel that you need to do to win the fight, then that already says it all right there.
I'm better than you.
Call it what you want.
okay. All right. Well, just for clarity, Burger Man, it is Mr. J is correct. It is on the Discord and their Twitter page about, the certain body uppercut or the uppercut.
He could do the same shit I
know.
do to him to me. He could do the same shit I do to him to me.
Why would I do that? I prefer to fight like a real fighter.
I'm a real fighter, nigga.
I mean, you can, like I said, you can say what you want, but people see the fight.
Ask Big Ed about me and ask JD. You heard?
I think it's starting to heat
I
up.
mean, if that's the funny thing about this whole argument. When I see him fight in like the last event, like I didn't see none of that bullshit that he apparently picked up now. So what is that telling you? Once this fight got signed, he ran and picked up all these nasty habits. What is that telling you though? What is that really saying? I mean, I know he's done it in the past, but the fight when I saw he fought JD, he fought. I mean, he fought an impressive fight because JD's no bum, so he fought a really clean. Even me and Dan were like, "What the? What is this? Like, we didn't expect this level of fighting from him."
And that's what you.
But once this fight got signed, the rumors were everywhere. Like, this is what he's working on. I'm like, nah, come on. He fought a good fight last time. Like, why would he do that? But that's what it is.
Okay.
So what is that saying?
Okay. Time out. Rumors. Could it just be that Count Burger is setting such a good illusion That's the reason why Burger capitalize when it gets time to be up under the bright lights? Or Burger, is that your actual strategy and that's what you're practicing on in training camp?
I'm not revealing anything, but just know one of my punches is always gonna be that uppercut. That's all.
Okay.
I would say if it is, it is what it is. But from his past fights recently, I mean, that'd be a very stupid move to practice that in all your mandatories up until fighting me, because that's gonna be a hard adjustment to make in game while you're fighting me. So I expect to see a bunch of uh upper body exploits. That's just what I'm expecting to see.
Interesting. Hmm. Okay. Well, Mr. J, Burger feels you've been focusing more on complaining than your position within the league. How do you respond to these allegations, and how do you plan to address this perception?
I mean, I'm honestly not too worried about that. He can think whatever he wants. You look in the chat, it's not me saying anything. It's everybody he's fought. So, I mean, at the end of the day, he's gonna have to do what he
Actually,
has to do. So, if he feels I'm complaining, that's fine. But he had a camp member leave his camp because he was hitting them below the belt. So, it is what it is.
listen, I'm gonna tell you right now. Crackberries I don't deal with. I heard. And
So I
now
guess you hit him so low he started crying, and then you kicked him out. So what you're saying?
I'm saying if I agree to fight you and I lose, I'll put the L on my record, right? Regardless of who I'm fighting. That's how I am. You know what I mean? But if you don't do that and we agree on a man belt or whatever you agreed on, I lost respect for you.
But who's doing crying though? That's what I'm asking. Was it
Whoever.
you crying about him not putting the L, or he was crying because you were
Whoever.
hitting him low?
Right now, if you beat me right now, I'll have to eat it up and put that L on my record right now. You know what I'm saying? And I have to eat that. You know what I mean? Vice versa. If I beat you, right?
I mean,
Right.
nobody's ever had to worry about me changing my record. So
What are you, 25-6?
I don't even know. I
You
think I
only
have 5 losses. I'm not sure.
yeah, well, if you have 5, I'm gonna give you 6. If you have
Okay, all
7,
right. I'm
Interesting.
not worried.
Okay. Well, what do you believe makes the members of this okay, I'm sorry. What do you believe makes the members of your respective team unique and set them apart from the rest of the league? Starting with Burger.
listen, this Camp Burger shit started with Sawdust. Sawdust was a baby when he came to me. He had no direction. I birthed him. Now he's a monster. Now, the man Dan, boy, I feel, I feel sorry for him, bro. Like, he makes you think Dan or whatever the fuck his name is good. He got something called something. Trust me. And, Camp Burger is just me, Sawdust, Tant, um, Bullpop, and there's other members too. I don't. There's too many of us. You know what I mean? We run hard. We run this shit over here. You know what I mean? Burger signs everywhere, baby.
Okay. Okay. All right. Well, Mr. J, why do you think your team has the better half of the league team members compared to Burger's team? And how does this affect your confidence?
Well, the group of guys that I work with here, um, they're just they're just real fans of boxing. So um we go into camp with real strategies. We come up with real strategies. We all have somewhat of a different style, and we fight without the gimmicks and the exploits, and we actually work on that. So we typically will win and in a respectable fashion, and we take pride in it. So if I'm sparring guys like that all the time, and they're all at a high level, there's some things you're going to pick up, like some intangibles in there you're gonna pick up that you're not gonna pick up on just on a regular group of guys that box. So, I mean, that's like the biggest difference. I go in there and we spar, we work on things, and there's been plenty of times I'm like, oh snap, like I didn't know about this, and they're like, yeah, you didn't know. I'm like, no, I didn't know, and then they'll show me some things I didn't even know about, and those are the little key things that that makes a big difference that separates us from the rest of the league.
Interesting.
But
Okay.
I beat most of y'all niggas, right? Look, JD twice, your man bent, and it's gonna come you fucking burger.
I mean,
I
can't
ready
wait.
guys live. You're next. You're the next victim. You're the next burger.
I can't wait, bro. That's all I can tell you.
I mean, just to take a quick pause, Mr. J. I mean, Burger Man has. I mean,
I'm saying facts.
I mean,
Facts.
yeah. I mean, true enough. Me as the promoter, I've been lining them up. You guys in these last events, I think everyone will agree with me when I say this. You guys have been choosing the main events, who you guys want to fight, as far as the top 5 and the champions.
Well, not me. I didn't ask for the last 3 guys that I fought. I just show up and fight.
Okay, for better, let me rephrase it. The main event guys, right? When it first started off, Burger beat JD. He blessed him when JD came into the league. That turned into that grudge match. They had their grudge match, and it was something that was so exciting. You and Lee wanted the opportunity to fight Burger next. It was very heated in that chat that evening. So to make things right, you got the first crack at Burger, and whoever wins this fight go on to fight for the Gatekeeper Championship. So,
Well, for clarity, the other reason I requested that fight is because it didn't make any sense to me that I've been fighting all these top guys, and then I get on a card and I get a guy like what's Tank, like y'all gave me a guy like Tank, so I'm like, okay, so I'm assuming if I beat a guy on that level, he holds a bunch of titles in other leagues in a whole different division. It's pretty obvious. Like after I beat a guy like that, I should get a shot. And then once that event was over, there was a lot of talk about him getting a shot. I'm like, how does that make sense? So like I don't even really bring up the past. Like he loves talking about who he beat and guys at my camp he's beat. Like he's not mentioning if I beat him in mandatories. He hasn't said that once. So he can keep saying whatever he wants, but at the end of the day, him and I are the one that got to get in there and fight, and he knows I already have his number. So he's the one that gotta come up with all this crazy stuff that he has to come up with to beat me. So that's where my frustration was lying. Like, how's he getting a title shot? I already beat him. That made no sense to me. And then I had to fight a guy like Tank. Like I don't think Tank is on his level, but that's a guy I ended up beating, and then I still wasn't getting called for a title shot. So that's where my frustration was lying.
Look, I beat Ant, knocked him out cold.
Yeah,
right.
Once again.
Right? Look, then
once again, that's not me.
Bam.
That's not me.
But to be
So
fair,
that doesn't make any sense.
I didn't say anything about Burger was getting a title shot. Burger said he was getting a title shot.
You gotta remember.
How it went down.
You gotta remember. Burger's admin. So what he says. Listen. I'm taking that as face value.
Nah, listen. I actually, yo, can I get a shot at the title, right? He goes, yeah, what's up? So boom. Then text like, I confirm that. And you get jealous and cock block. That's what happened, nigga. That's exactly what happened.
I mean,
actually one time.
We do need some clarity. I don't know if Lee is sitting ringside right now, but as I
asked me
understand, as
one
I
time.
understand
He
it.
honored it. He
Okay,
honored it. You
okay,
cop block.
time out. As I understand it, Lee gave both of you guys the opportunity at the title. Is that correct or is that incorrect?
Well,
He
I
gave you
don't
the
know
title shot
about
first,
that.
though.
So it's up to whatever he's
asked
saying.
first. I asked first.
He asked, okay, he asked for a title, right? So you're making a push for a title. Okay, cool. But it didn't make any sense to me.
But he agreed. He said
That's
yes.
okay. That's
He
fine.
said yes.
He agreed. That's fine. Okay, cool. He agreed. That's fine. But I don't think you deserve a title shot before me. So yeah, I am gonna say something. You want to call it cob blocking, you could call it somebody standing up for themselves, you can call it whatever you want. I fought the better fighters. I beat the better fighters. What does it look like you getting a title shot before me?
It's your man's though. That don't even make sense. All this DAD Academy.
It doesn't. No.
That was the first
It
nigga
had
you
nothing to
vouched
do
for.
with it. But see,
What you
this is what
mean,
you do.
nigga?
This is
This
what
is
you
your man's
do.
from the get-go, right?
You
You
try
know
to
who Dyke is,
manipulate the
right?
situation. It
So
had
chill
nothing to
out,
do with
nigga.
Lee.
That's yo, you a hater, bro.
It has nothing to do with Lee. You know, you trying to manipulate the situation like you always do. But that's not the case. The case is I beat the better fighters. I even beat you. So you should be somewhere behind me,
Undefeated and
under
live events,
under
bro.
ranked. I think you're ranked lower
Undefeated
than
live
10.
events.
So it makes no sense.
I'm
So yeah,
undefeated in
here
live
here
events.
we are. That's how we ended up here.
Undefeated in live events, baby.
So am
Say
I.
it with me now. Undefeated in live events, baby. Say it with me, baby. Say it.
So wait,
Undefeated and
live
live
events
events. Say it
means
with me,
more
Captain.
than
Say it all.
everything
Come on,
else,
baby.
right? Doesn't matter who you beat. You just I could be fighting three noobs on live events. As long as I'm undefeated, I get a title shot.
No,
Then
I
if
beat
that's the
JD
case, I'll just
in your
ask for
man. No, I beat JD.
the
I beat
worst
your
fighter in the
man.
league
So this
on
is
live
that camp.
events.
Well,
It's dead in your camp. It's dead in your camp. It's
well,
dead in your camp.
speaking of title shots, don't mean to intervene. You guys are definitely holding a good back and forth. But to speak of title shots, right? The league was kind of dormant because of the Big Daddy update. And our current champions and a lot of other members refused to continue until the game was somewhat playable. So we are, so to speak, are just really getting back active and getting things going. Which the champions are back, where we can have title fights. We do have one vacant belt on the table, and that's the Intercontinental Championship. Harvey's back with the FNN. He is the Friday night fights champion. And we have the gatekeeper. So with all that being said, Mr. J, I think the promoter did very good by you of giving you two opportunities. Let's see how you feel about those opportunities. And those opportunities are if you beat Burger and you can go on to fight for the Gatekeeper Championship, but you have to beat Lee, of course. But what really makes it sweet for you, due to the fact that you're ranked number 3, in which that was higher than the Intercontinental Champion who vacated the belt himself, Tyrone Phillip, solidifies your spot for that shot automatically. So can you elaborate to the fans on really how you feel about the opportunity that you have in front of you?
Well, as far as the opportunity, I feel like it was deserved. I've been working my butt off, so I feel like I should have an opportunity for the title. I mean, it really doesn't matter which title. I'm fine with either or. Um, and I think I put in the work to actually be considered for not if not one or two titles, just a title period.
Okay. Well, we do wish you the best of luck. You have two big opportunities. Um, it was gonna be straight to, forward for you to fight for the Gatekeeper Championship, but through heated, aggression discussion through the chat, about a month ago, this fight came about. As you said, it didn't make any sense to you because Berger reached out to the champ and asked for the fight. So here we are now, right? I wish you guys really the best of luck. This is very entertaining. let's move on to the next question, shall we? What changes in your training camp did each of you make to adjust to one another fighting style and strategies? Vad, you can go first.
Well, just a lot of sparring. I mean, we ramped up the sparring a lot. So, sparring with guys like JD and Dan, not really much Lee because Lee's been not feeling good, so he hasn't been able to get on at the times we're on. But it's mostly been with them too. Just a lot of sparring, working on uh lower body crunches so we can absorb some of the body uppercuts.
Okay. Okay. All right, Burger. Same question goes for you. What skill set do you believe you have that makes you a stronger contender than Mr. J?
When the lights are on and it's all cameras, lights, and all that extra shit, I perform the best. I don't think no one performs at my level when it's time like this. Word up.
Okay. I've been backing it up, that's for sure. All right. They say there's levels to the sport of boxing. Mr. J, being ranked number 3rd in the league, do you feel like Burger is not on your level?
With all due respect, no, I don't feel like he's on my level. I feel like I'm a clean fighter. I fight the way a fighter's supposed to fight. I make the right adjustments on the fly. Um, but I download the information so fast that fighters don't even realize like they've already lost within the first round. It's when the cards start popping up, their team on the side of the ring telling them, "I think you're down. I think they're down." You start seeing them make more mistakes. I already figured you out, and once I figure you out, it's a wrap. So no, I don't think he's on my level.
Okay. All right, Burger. How much importance do you place on the league's ranking, and why do you think you haven't been ranked higher despite defeating some of the bigger names in the league?
Because when times like this happen, I have to be more focused on practicing on major fights. I'm not saying the other fights aren't important. They are very important. Every fight is important, but I think focusing on a right type of fight. And this is why I perform so well at live events, because I take some time off just to focus on that.
Okay. All right. Very good stuff. All right. This one is going to be for the both of you guys, right? What do you believe sets the Undisputed Boxing League apart from other boxing leagues? And what would you say to invite new talent to join and compete with the best? Go ahead, Mr. J.
Well, I've had this question before. It's really the same thing. The live events, the showmanship of this actual league. Um, how in depth some of these things, get like the interviews we're doing right now, and the cards. It's just a lot of good things that happen in this league that you won't see in any other league. So that's just yeah, that's just it. That you know those things is what makes it different from other leagues.
Okay, fair enough. Burger, go ahead.
Like I've been in many leagues prior to this, but this is the only one that makes you feel like you're an actual fighter. There's press conferences, interviews, all that Larry Merchant, HBO back in the days. You watch HBO and you have Larry Merchant, Jake Lampley, Max Kellerman, Emmanuel Stewart, and it feels like that atmosphere when you're commentating as well. So I would like to see you probably add on probably somebody else, or you keep by yourself, whatever you want to do. That's your show. But I'm saying I appreciate everything that's going on and the time you take out. And those who want to join, they got to be ready.
Absolutely, absolutely. I do appreciate all the kind words from both of you gentlemen. just to let everyone know, we do have a good selection of judges that we're going to be working with. Hopefully, we can have a meeting with those individuals this upcoming Saturday and get the judges back on the show. This is going to be some. A few of these guys are not really active. They're not fighting. I think they just want to be a part of the production team, which I think is great. One guy, actually, he does it. He's just starting out, but he's already a boxer announcer for amateur boxing. So the show is just going to get bigger, better, and better for you all. Like I've been saying, all from time to time again, it's all about you guys and us coming together, building the network and the household that we've been building since Undisputed has been out. This last 7 or 8 months, I think it is. I think we're heading in the right direction, and we're definitely moving forward. So I want to say thank all you guys, and for those that participating on the production team and fighting in the whole 9 yards. But yeah, it's some new faces and voices that y'all can look forward to seeing on the up and coming live shows. We just got to build chemistry with one another, get a routine together, then yeah, blast off. It's gonna be bananas. All right, so back to it, right? Mr. J, can you share a memorable moment from your training camp in preparation for this fight?
I mean, since we're training around the clock all the time for this particular card, one big moment I can honestly say is while doing the sparring with Dan and JD,
The bums,
they
the burgers over there.
yeah, what he said, and I remember JD coming in for his first actual camp for this particular camp. So we're all getting ready for Dan got a fight with Golden, JD got a fight with Sawdust, and from the sparring sessions we had, I remember clearly coming into a sparring session, and I realized that the exact moment that JD completely got to our level, and that was a moment that I'll definitely remember, because when he first came in camp, I mean, he was getting beat up, and it got to a point where we're actually losing sparring sessions now. So, and I remember telling Dan the same thing, and his reply was like, yeah, like, damn, like I thought it was just me, but nah, this guy's he's here now. And it's a shame because that fight didn't happen, but it is what it is.
Well, I think we could get that fight happening in the near future. Yeah, we was all looking forward to seeing it on this card. I will admit, but I wouldn't just count, or say the fat lady has sung just yet on that fight.
To be honest, it is what it is. It doesn't have to be Sawdust. Maybe Sawdust saw the writing on the wall and found his escape. So, a smart fighter, a smart man knows what battles to pick. You know what I mean? So maybe he saw that or he heard that, because he was tearing up people in mandatory. So maybe it got out. I can't blame anybody. It is what it is.
Sawdust is gonna beat Ant and JD. Double whopper, nigga.
Burger, I hear you backing your man up, but can you elaborate? Can you give the fans a little bit more? How do you see, Sawdust coming back? I know that he in the King of the Hill tournament, he's fighting.
He's gonna eliminate. Dan is nothing. He's gonna be in shock. He's gonna go back to
this is recorded, right?
This is recorded. Yeah. Listen.
All right, cool. Because I'm gonna play that back.
Sawdust, if you listen, Dan, you listening? Dan, I want you to really understand who you're fighting right now. You heard? You don't know what you're getting yourself into right now. I'm glad this is recorded. So this is gonna get him, nigga. That's over, bro. I can't. Let them fight. Let them fight. I hope it's tonight. Call your mans, nigga. Hold on. We live. Call him. What's up? Tell him what's up. So I'm not gonna do it tonight.
He already had his interview. Today's
I'm talking
today's
about.
you and I, so I'm not gonna bother him right now.
I'm just saying. Solos is gonna wipe your mans, and that's it.
I mean, that's what you're supposed to say, but I don't know. I don't think you really believe that.
Open up restaurants right now.
I don't think you really believe that, but it's okay.
Oh
That's
my
what you're
God.
supposed to say.
Yo, Burger King is open 24/7. Oh my God. Have it your way, right? Come on. What you want on your burger, huh?
Next
What you
question.
want? What you want on your burger?
All right.
You're vegan?
We got
Vegan?
Burger Man amped up. He got the cables on his battery.
You talking about my burger now?
Yeah. You vegan?
Bring whatever you have. It's not gonna be enough.
What do you eat?
Bring whatever you have. It's not gonna be enough.
All right.
Okay.
Burger King is open though. Burger King is open.
Okay. Well, Burger, what the most challenging aspect of facing Mr. J, and how have you prepared to overcome it?
It's not challenging. It's just he be a crying ass bitch. So I just got to do what I got to do and forget the rest. That's it. I got no worry about if I'm spending. No, fuck all that. Just fight me, nigga. Fuck all that. The tape is there. All that. You're gonna be calling it. So I'm spamming. You're gonna be calling everything. So I'm good.
All right. I mean, this is very interesting, very hot and heated between you guys. I can tell. It's just like a little low medium heat, but it's super spicy.
I'm not mad. I'm prepared. Same I'm always am. I come in the same way. I'm just prepared.
Kind of sound
really
like
I'm
Crawford
prepared
right now, I must admit. Kind of got that Crawford tone right now, and we all seen what he
That's
did.
how
to
I approach
Errol
all
Spence.
fights.
Listen.
That's how I approach all fights.
When
you can say whatever you want. At the end of the day, at the end of the day,
you gonna be calling this shit.
He's gonna have to fight, and I'm prepared.
Okay. All right. So, Mr. J, how do you plan to capitalize on any weaknesses you see in Burger's fighting style come fight night?
He doesn't have any weaknesses he doesn't have any obvious weaknesses, you know. From the last fight, I'm only talking about the main event. Like the other fights I've seen recently, I think they're trash fights, but I'm gonna talk about his last event. From what I saw, that was the best. To me, that's the best version of him I've seen. So that's the guy I prepared for. But I mean, if you combine that fighter with the guy that's been fighting lately, with the the exploits, I mean, I guess we're gonna see. I'm assuming I'm gonna see a version of that fighter with a couple exploits there. So mentally, that's the guy I'm prepared for.
Okay. All right. Burger Man, what's your strategy for maintaining focus and composure amid the intense rivalry and emotions surrounding this fight?
Well, just keep training. Believe. It's a beautiful thing when you believe. That's all I'm gonna say.
Okay. Look like we got a Mr. Rich is interested in the league. He's asking, is there a camp? So yes, that's what this event is all about, Mr. Rich. This is the bitter feud. These guys have split the league in sections, and now it's Camp Burger versus Team DAD Academy. Get you some of that. If you would like to join the Undisputed Boxing League, the link is in the description. Go ahead and click that link if you're brave and join and fight the best of the best. All right, fellas. Mr. J, can you describe the significance of the main event at the Bitter Feud event in your career and your aspiration within this league?
Well, for this particular event, I'd say it was we're lucky enough to get like the whole group, the whole academy on this card. So it's I see it. I mean, we see it as an opportunity for us to showcase our skills in front of everyone that's gonna be watching. So the fact that we got that opportunity to get all of us on there, it's not. We realize it's not a card that's gonna happen like this all the time. So we're here to take advantage of it. So I mean, we see down the line we all should win our fights, and hopefully one of us can get a a real shot, a real title shot after we display what we display come Friday night.
Okay. I know you and JD are definitely up for the title fight. You know, um, since we're back active, you know that night of the champions or however the event is going to be titled. I know it's coming, so JD
Well,
keeps working hard and keeping the placement that he's at. He's definitely has a for sure shot at the FNF championship.
it's four of us right now. Lee has a title, so we're happy with that. Um, you know, I we do expect Dan to win um this particular event that's coming up right after the fight where he has to fight Sawdust. Now I expect Dan to win that fight, and JD hopefully can get a fight with Harvey at some point. And whatever happens with me is whatever happens with me. So yeah.
Okay. And you see Dent winning the King of the Hill championship. I mean, it's a tournament. He got. I mean, it's got to go through some dudes.
Yeah, I mean,
Pause.
I see
Pause.
some tough guys in
Pause.
there, but I do think Dan stylistically, um his skills, I think uh his loss against
Burger.
Harvey, like, you know, the guys are like, overlooking him. I find that funny, but I mean, whatever, overlook him. See where he ends up.
You got Kenny sitting ringside saying that's his belt. I know Burger Man has got his hands on it. Golden got his hands on it. There's a lot of you guys, you know, that's claiming the belt. It's going to be a very intriguing and interesting
Come
tournament.
home with Camp
That's for
Burger.
sure.
Come home with Camp Burger. That's it. Whoever beat me, Sawdust, Bullpack, whoever's in Camp Burger, whoever touches first, come home with Camp Burger.
All right. Well, it's you got a even spread on that tournament, so you might as well say it's parquet. So good luck to those fighters that is participating in that tournament, and let's see who brings home the championship. All right, moving on to the next question. Burger, what message do you have for your fans and supporters who are eager anticipating this showdown?
Tune in, get your burgers ready. Burger time, it's lit. You know how we get down? It's gonna be fucking packed in there,
Now you do have a big following. Some of the following transition from your FNC stock over to your undisputed stock. Is Bad J really prepared? To face the magnitude of Camp Burger. I mean, when you guys show up, you guys show up.
Yes, it's a different sight. It's a sight. You know how it is. You see it. The burger time this, burger time that, burger this, burger that, Camp Burger. A whole lot of that shit.
Mr. J, are you phased at all by? I mean, it's like you're gonna have a little army pressure on your back, and your team that night of the 29th. How does that pressure make you feel?
I mean, I I do what I do. I show up, I fight. He can bring, you know, whoever he wants. He can bring that whole group. Uh, he can fill that whole stadium. It could be just four of my guys in there. None of them could fight for him, so I'm not really worried about any of that.
Okay, solid, solid. Okay. Okay, Mr. J, how do you handle the pressure of how do you handle the pressure of being in the main event and living up to the expectations of the fans?
Like I said before, I just that's what I do. I come to fight. That's what I like to do. I love fighting, and at the end of the day, I don't really feel any pressure because that's the confidence that I have in the fighting game. That's just what I do. I show up, I fight. Just another day in the office.
Okay. All right. Well, in closing, this last question is for the both of you guys. What's your predictions for the outcome of this fight, and who do you have a message for each other as you prepare to step in the ring with one another? What kind of message you guys have for one another?
It's just another fucking burger, yo. That's it. And when I dropped on the floor and served the people, you know, I mean, that's what you want.
Cool, cool. I just hope you showed up. I hope you're prepared, and I hope because that night you're gonna see the best version of myself. So I mean, I was gonna say let's keep it clean, but we already know where that's gonna go. But I plan on being victorious. At the end of the day, if the KO comes with it, that's just a cherry on top. But show up. I hope you're prepared, and I hope you did everything right, because you're gonna get the best version of myself that night.
That's cool.
Best. Well, the heat is on. Like Beverly Hills Cops. We are not in California. We are going to Florida. This is in Mr. J backyard. This is going to be exciting. So, fellas, I want to thank you for sharing your time with us and the fans this evening. It's definitely been an honor having you guys on the show. Wish you guys best of luck from going blow to blow to toe to toe this 29th at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It's gonna be an epic show. So, get plenty of rest, and we'll see you guys come fight night.
I plan to show up. That's all I gotta say.
Burger time. Burger time. You already know.
All right. Well, guys, it's just it's 4th of July between the two. It's a mild, spicy type of heat, but it's definitely has a peak of volcano-ness. Somebody's gonna get sizzled. Somebody's definitely gonna get burned in this one. Definitely don't want to miss out. So get your goobers, your popcorn, your Reese's Pieces, your hot dogs, your chicken wings. Make a couple chili dogs if you know what I mean. You want to be on this scene August 29th. Okay? September 29th. Sorry. 10 o'clock, right? Eastern Standard Time. This is going to be explosive. Trying to tell y'all. Don't miss out on this one. This is the Bitter Feud event. Coming straight from Florida. All right now. This is the UBL signing out. Peace.